Hi, this is Wekesa back again, and this time I'm with my, it's not even right to call it a friend. This is Mama Coco. It's a picture actually I took when I was in Tanzania in 1985. She was 95 years old when I took that picture, and she's been with me ever since. Every business I've owned, there's Mama Coco. Every home I've owned or been in, lived in, there's Mama Coco. So it's fitting that she's with me today as we're talking about consultative selling once again. One aspect of consultative selling is storytelling. The assignment after the first class was to tell your personal story and your team story and your company story. So I thought it'd be cool to talk to you a little bit about the power of stories and the elements of stories. All stories have characters. All stories have a problem or a goal or quest that the character or main characters are on. They have some difficulty achieving those goals. There are obstacles that they have to overcome. If it's going to be an interesting story, it'll be a very short story if I want it. Or let's say I desire ice cream and I just reach out and get it and eat it, like boom. But suppose I desire health for my family, and as I try to get it, I find that there are internal struggles. That is, I change my diet and then I just can't hold it, or I start exercising and I don't keep it up. Or when I do start that, then other members of my family don't support me or ridicule me, and I'm afraid about that or sad about that. So those are examples of challenges that I'd have to overcome. And you might identify either with the character, you might be bald-headed like me, or maybe not, but you might identify with my quest. In either case, if the person identifies with the character or the quest, then they're on a magical journey. Okay? It's almost like when you say, once upon a time, then reality is suspended. They go into this wonderful place, once upon a time, a long time ago. Now, you don't have to start your story with that. The point is that stories are magical like that. Okay? You invite people along with you. And while they're going with you, they also are going internally themselves because they identify either with the character or the quest. It's the power of stories. If we're going to be a good consultant, if we're going to do consultative selling, if we're going to approach people from an authentic place, they need to be able to identify with your story, your quest, or you. Something you value, or something you're trying to get, some problem you're trying to overcome. If you put those center in your story, then people will stay with you throughout. They'll also be rooting for you. You ever watched the movie and you started rooting for the main character or the characters to achieve what they wanted to achieve, to overcome the obstacles, the villains, whether they were actual external villains or whether they were internal villains or problems that they had to overcome. You're rooting for them. Well, guess what happens? When you tell your story, and it is a sincere story of a sincere quest, then the people that you tell that story to, who can identify either with your quest or you, or both, they begin to root for you. Now, how amazing is that? If you are about the business of demonstrating that you're a professional, if you're about the business of building rapport, how powerful is it that people start to root for you to win? They not only root for you to win, if they can help you on your quest, they will. And it's not because you've manipulated them into it, it's because they also identify with your quest. And when you win, they win. And then it's your job, if they become your client, to make sure that you serve them in such a way that they win twice. That is, they win by the service that you provide them, and they also win by seeing you succeed in your quest. And in that way, they are inspired to believe that they too can succeed at their quest. That's it for storytelling right now. Be back another time. Wekesa, Madzimoyo. Take it.